Okay, so here's the moment of truth. These prints have been drying for overnight from yesterday's live stream. And I'm going to start with this one because I can pull the gel plate off of the paper. Oh, there's a couple spots. Uh-oh, we got some. Okay, I'm going to take this thing off here so I can roll it easier. If you have a print that you're having trouble with it sticking to the plate, sometimes if you roll the gel plate off the print, it works better. Gotta kind of crack those edges so that the matte medium stays on the paper and doesn't stick. So this one I had put a layer of gold paint down on the paper using the gel plate before I added the gloss gel medium to the paper, and then that was flipped onto the plate to pick up the watercolor. Let's see. So some of that, and depending if I had the gloss gel medium fully covering, kind of determined if it would pick up the layer below it. So here we're getting on her face. I want to be more careful. I don't want this to happen. See here, it's the gloss gel medium is sort of stretching, trying to break those edges. I want her face. That's the most important part, is her face. If I can get the edge to stick on the paper, I think we'll be okay. Okay, we're good there. Okay, her nose is down. So far, so good. And I had used Pan Pastel on her face. Oh, see, we lost a little bit of her hair right there. Right there. A few areas we have to touch up. See, it's distressed. Okay, let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm watching. Oh, see, right here, her neck is stretching. I think what I'll do is I'm going to let that peel off, and then we're going to try to pick those back up using just a bit of matte medium. So I'm just going to put a little bit on those two spots that are problematic, and then we're going to lay it down lay it back down, and then we'll do this part too, and then we're going to hopefully, problem is we got some shrinkage there. See if I can spread that out. It's sort of stretched and then it shrank, so we're not going to get complete there or there, but we'll try it. So we got most of it off. I'm going to call that mostly successful. Just have to let that matte medium dry and then finish pulling it. Now for our reindeer, let's try seeing if we crack the edges here, if we can pull the paper. So this is cardstock paper. It's pretty thick cardstock to stand up to that gloss gel medium. Okay, if we can get those edges to come off. Okay. Just going slow. You can see they're getting that image. Oh, I lost a spot there, his eyeball. That's okay. Some of that's, let's try from the other side. Let's try a different direction. We might have to do that matte medium trick again. We'll see. This direction seems to be working a bit better. We lost his eyeball though. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that matte medium trick here. So we got most of him. I'm going to see if I can get his eyeball to stick back on and see if we can get this area to stick back down. I don't want that to come off the plate fully. I'm going to just go ahead and put my matte medium like we did the other spots. I just want it in the spots though that I want to pick up. I don't want it to stick the whole thing down. And then hopefully that will grab the paint and the gloss gel, no, the matte gel medium that's on the plate. So just to explain these layers again, we have, on this one we had matte gel medium, watercolor, and some pan pastel. And then I put the gloss gel medium on the paper, on the cardstock, and then put that on the plate. And then that's how we got the watercolor to stick to the paper, mostly. All right, so I'm gonna put that back down. I could put a book on top just to make sure it really adheres well, and we'll check back in an hour. Okay, so it's been an hour. Let's see how it turned out. Well, it looks like it didn't stick down. Oh well. So that's, it is what it is. All right, there we go. So those didn't pull up. I could probably distress that just with some black. Let's just see if we can just, this is just like one of those art markers. So just kind of distress it a bit to blend it in. Kind of grungify it. All right, so that's that one. Make that a little, I'm glad her face mostly worked. For if you're doing a face, that's kind of the most important part. One more thing. I don't know if you remember that the gold had these little bits of purple from what was on the plate before, but one of them ended up right on where her earring was, and I had forgot to add watercolor to her earring, so that was quite serendipitous. So we didn't get his eyeball off there, but what we can do is we can just use our Inktense pencils, since that's how we made them. Just dip that in a little bit of water, and we're just going to kind of add that back in there. I think some of it came. There we go. And just make this one a little bit darker while I'm here. And we can just add this back in. I think that's a little better there. I'm just gonna add, actually that was gray. Let's just do a little bit of that. We'll just kind of, I'll have to look at the footage. Maybe it did pick up a bit more of that red. Just kind of add a little bit of that in there. And then here, that's where I forgot to wipe out. So I'm gonna use just a bit of white craft paint to fix that. Kind of push that back a little bit. You can definitely add a little bit more shading and stuff, but I think I'm gonna call that done. I don't mind that it's a bit distressed there. Yeah, so there's our 2 completed cliffhanger pages. I'll try to flatten them out and take a better picture for the screenshot and for the socials. All right, thanks for watching this update. Bye-bye.